Hello everyone, my name is Bree and welcome to Documented Journey. So today is a flip through. I finished this B6 size journal that I had purchased from Leanne from Creatively Free to Be Me. She does the binding a little bit different than mine. So I wanted to check it out. I will kind of show you the difference here. So this is my previous journal. It was a field note size, and I have a flip through of this that I can link in the description box for you if you haven't checked it out. But my journals are Coptic stitch bound, so that means each little fold of paper, like little grouping of paper, is then stitched, like stacked up, kind of like stitched like this, so it like bulks up the journal this way. And that's how I create mine. It's called Coptic stitch. This is done a little differently. It is sewn like a regular insert, like this. So it is just weave stitched. I think that's what it's called. I'm not really sure, but it's just in, out, and then you go back, in, out, and it creates that line. And it creates a line here. So that's what she did in each one of these signatures. As you can tell, if you can see that, there's 3 strings here. So there's 3 little groups of paper, 3 little sections like this, sewn into this one cover. I'll pull this out for you, hang on. So this is the full cover, and each little section is sewn into that. I'm gonna put this back. So this cover here is a trifold. This is the sand leather. It's a nubuck leather, so it's kind of like velvet, a little bit like velvet. It's a trifold, so it folds on itself. You can kind of do it either way. Rowena kind of explains it that if you do it this way originally, and then if it gets too bulky for you, you can do it this way, and it just kind of keeps everything together, right? This is a pencil board that I made, so I always just keep the pencil board with the cover itself. Like for instance, I'm not using my stag right now, but I have its pencil board in the journal, and then I have this on my bookshelf, just so that way when I do go ahead and like put a journal in this and want to use this cover, I already have myself a writing board. So that's how I do it. So it'll stay in this journal. This journal will be archived, and when I say archived, I just mean it just is thrown in a Rubbermaid bin. So I did put this rub on. It says journal. I did put that on the front. I just felt like it needed something, so that's what I did. I'm just gonna flip through and kind of talk about this. Hopefully it's not gonna be too long. But so my first page, just like in any of my journals, I like to start with a quote. So that's what I've done here, and a photo. Here is my second page. This is very similar to like what everyone's doing right now with Draw My Day. Except for I've included other bits. So I have some photos and some washi tape and stickers, but I still am drawing things that are going on in the day. This journal is challenging for me because it also has like some creative pages. It also has printed paper in here, not just blank. I'm a person that loves a blank journal, and so these pages were very challenging for me. So I tried to do something on them the first time, and it was okay. I don't think it turned out fantastic, but I'm really bad at like collage, so I think it's okay. I'll go back to my normal stuff. This has Midori paper. It has some like book pages. It has 52 GSM, which at first I was really liking 52 GSM, but as I worked through my journal, I ended up missing my 68 GSM paper. So just doing my normal thing. I noticed in this journal that I really separate. Once I did this page, from then on I really didn't do anything else like it, which I kind of regret now. because everything else is very separate now. So I have a picture page, and then I flip to the next thing, and now I have art. Oh, it has ledger paper in here too. More art. And then a picture page. So I really felt like I wasn't utilizing the journal properly, or maybe I'm taking that into my next journal and I'm really going to focus on doing some more draw my day type of pages and doing more photo and drawing all in the same bit, because I have, and I think why this kind of like threw me off was these pages right here. I didn't know what to do with them. I'm so bad at collage. So I'm like, okay, I have one page. What can I do? Okay, I'm going to draw. Well, now I have a ton of photos that I need to document, so I'm going to do that. And then, oh, I want to draw because there's ledger paper and I don't want to fully cover it up with photos. And yeah, so anyway, my son drew us as a family. I document some songs. I document things that are going on in the world. That's kind of what I do when I'm drawing, or, you know, adding things to my journal. This page is really cool to me. This was a take 5. I went ahead and sketched her just to see what she was going to look like before I did my take 5. So there's my first one, or original. This is my daughter's while she was doing the take 5 with me, and I can list that in the description box. She wanted to draw her as well, so she did this. And then one of my subscribers saw the video and had a postcard, and she thought this image was so funny, and it's painted by Georgia O'Keeffe, so she sent it to me. So I love that page. This was the beginning of Inktober, so you have seen that most likely. And these pages, I think this was this is a process video here on YouTube. This you've seen too, that's a process video. I've been leaving these blank and liking the break, I guess. But yeah, it's a ton of drawing because of Inktober. And I noticed that I mean, there's a part of me that likes how big this is, but this took me like 2 to 3 days, you know? Whereas if I'm in my field notes, it doesn't take me as long because they're smaller drawings. So here I kind of started mixing some photos with some images, like sketch images. Went to the pumpkin patch, so I documented that. Left that one blank. These two are very similar to a sketch I would do in a field note size. I really started missing my field notes around this time. I have a video of this on my channel too, and I talk about how we need to just start using what we have, and we need to get better at those things, because when you do one thing over and over and over, you can master it. But when you do a bunch of things, you're just gonna kind of get good at them, you know? So pick the things you love and start doing them over and over and over, and you become a lot better at that specific thing. Like, I didn't start doing ballpoint pen. I dabbled in ballpoint pen for years. Like, I've always liked it because it's like a pencil, but yet I don't have any like transfer, you know what I mean? A pencil, if I rubbed like that, even if I put fixative or something on it, it would still kind of smudge. And I'm known in my immediate friend group, or like, you know, people that really know me, or people that know me in real life, I'm known for doing graphite portrait drawings. I can show you one. Let's see. So I am known for doing something like this, right? And in my sketchbook, I don't want to spend the time, one, to do this. This is a sketchbook, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to spend the time to do it in my sketchbook. Also, my sketchbook's a little too small for this. But if I rub this, even though I've sprayed it, my finger it still transfers to my finger. And I've sprayed that many, many times. So it would just kind of like muck up my sketchbook, I would feel like. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start doing them in my sketchbook. I'm going to do them in pen and ink or ballpoint. So that's what I kind of started doing. And I started doing botanicals only because the Hobonichi challenge, I follow the Hobonichi challenge, and they had a whole month of botanicals, and I did the whole thing because it was so fun. So I really feel like that's how you get good at something. You just focus on it. I got 2 new Sojourners that I will be showing you shortly. I'm very excited about. More botanicals. This, I'm following Flow Inktober. I'm still following it. I still really like it. Documenting some days that we had. I had a bit of a hard time toward the end of this journal because someone passed away that I knew, and I struggled with it a bit. And for me, drawing it out really helped, so that's what I did. And sometimes that is something that could help you. Sometimes, you know, journaling about it helps. I just couldn't journal about it, so I documented it in a different way. We are still house hunting. Yes, I know, it's crazy. I don't know how really else to talk about it, but we're doing it. We're trying our best. So this is Inktober still. I'm following Flow Inktober. This right here is just because I was like, hey, I haven't done a mountain scene or like an actual far in the distance, like circumpossing a lot of nature in a while. Like these are all very individualized and zoomed in and focused on, especially something like this where I'm dissecting things. I love the detail. I like to draw detail like that, but I thought this was cool too. I think that there are parts that I really don't like about it, but overall I think that it turned out okay. I did add some blue to the background because this page is more like a cream color and this was more white, so I wanted the sky to kind of look similar. Let's see, documenting more things here. The journal kind of started to fall apart. That's why you're gonna see washi tape on the edge right there. More documenting, more sketching. I really ended up loving the ledger paper, another house that we were looking at. But I really love the ledger paper in this book, and then I have taken that and I've used it in my next sketchbook. We went trick-or-treating at a festival, and the kids got these vampire teeth and they put them in, and they are so cute with them in, so I had to sketch them out. I love this paper here, this, I don't know, whatever it is. And then this page is more documenting. So this is my B6. I am very, very excited that it's finished. Not only because I get a finished journal and I have all the memories in this journal, but also I really miss my field note size. I know I've probably said it a million times, but I will tell you that in this journal, I was on top of it with some tabs. I mean, this is my last journal, and I do have lots of tabs, and they look really nice and everything, but I felt like this journal, I was tab queen or something. So, yes, this is it. That was the flip through of my trifold in B6. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for my next videos, and you will be seeing some new Sojourners. All right, everybody, until next time, I'll see ya.